Prius tattoo, thinking she could use the carpool lane. Please welcome Megh Saul.
Hello. Thanks for waiting for me. Oh, I like you already. You're fun. Hi, I'm Meg. I'm 33. It's apparently the year where your insecurities team up with your hormones and threaten to just overtake whoever runs shit in here. To counteract, I've been leaning into my talents. I'm pretty good at balancing things on my head. I spent my formative summers in the South, where balancing a book on your head is how you become a proper lady. It's really translated to more of me being a tattooed yoga instructor with a pretty fresh out of fucks vibe that my family's disturbed by. Here's to you, Ma. I used to do this with beer bottles. I made big tips. But then I married a risk manager, and he was like, that has to stop. I also told him I was coming on stage barefoot tonight, and he was like, I'm gonna need to Lysol you down before bed. It's fine. In March of 2020, we moved into a one-bedroom condo because, how much time do you really spend at home? A lot. We have one bathroom and a firm candle policy for all bowel movements to keep the love alive. I'm also married to a loud Zoomer. Anybody else? Just shouting on these calls. One day I just walked over there right into the shot, picked up the headphone and yelled, "Why is this the only time you lack complete self-awareness?" My husband's pretty great. We went on 3 dates before he kissed me. Later I was like, what sort of mind games were you playing? He's like, I was trying to show you respect. That sounds kind of kinky. You have to understand what I was coming from. I had dated extensively. There was one guy who really loved the environment. I got over one day and he was so proud of this $40 towel from REI. Just looked like a hand towel to me. I washed my hands and dried them on the towel. I wiped the mac and cheese off the counter. No big deal. Later he went to take a shower and he put the towel over his shoulder. And I was like, that's interesting. When the shower turned off, I went down the hall and walked into this 6-foot-tall human being with a 2-foot towel, just trying to get every inch of it. I stuck my head around the corner so is it just the one towel then? He stopped, pointed to the tag. He's like, it says all purpose, right here. A standard question going forward for all dates was, and how many towels do you have? My husband had an entire linen closet of Ralph Lauren towels from TJ Maxx. Love a bargain. He had a mortgage and a car so clean I could eat off the floor. That's hot. Me, I mostly brought crushing student loan debt, mental instability to the relationship. I kept expecting him to leave, but he proposed all the time. Twice, the first time he heard me spit Jay-Z lines. And 5 on that one vacation where I finally told him my favorite thing to do in bed. Eat cheeseburgers and watch Guy Fieri. Flavor Town. In all seriousness, a crew cut comedian with hairy legs and a foul mouth is probably not what my husband had on his vision board as a boy. But we here now. Speaking of vision boards, during my first yoga teacher training, my third eye opened. Don't worry, that's not a euphemism. Later, I bartered my way into witch school. Sort of on the fringe of the yoga community. The leader was like a hybrid Between Gwyneth Paltrow and Cardi B? There was a workshop on yoni steaming taught by an alchemist. I'm just gonna try and provide the cliff notes for you. So you buy herbs from a woman on the street. You go home, you boil a pot of water, you take these pants off, grab a towel, full size, wrap it around your waist, take boiling pot of water onto the ground, stir in the herbs, and then just sort of situate yourself right down here. And the steam goes up, and the goop falls out. It's a Gwyneth Paltrow reference. It's the wrong side of town, I'm sorry. The school itself was sort of a hybrid between like an off-brand Hogwarts, a Salem Sisters Circle, and like a small-town strip club. There was another lecture, I guess, on manifesting, which is very on trend right now. So again, I will provide the cliff notes. I just don't know if you're ready. So, in line with your own moon cycles, ladies, you will have a glass jar and you will collect your red royal jelly and store it in the fridge. Oh, it gets better, my friend. In line with the moon cycles, you will give that royal jelly back to the earth just as she has wanted it. This woman, Cardi B alike, used to do it while she was walking the dog down Camelback. As a result, I'd never touch a plant near the Biltmore. For extra potency, because again, I know you're curious, you'll need a partner and a whisk. You just take a little bit of your king serum, stir that right into the royal jelly you've been storing for a couple weeks, and then the two of you go outside, you dig up the earth, you plant it into the ground, and your dreams will come true. She now runs a naked gardening Instagram. She lives off the grid with a wizard and has like a dozen pet llamas. So I'm sort of feeling like this shit works. I like this manifesting idea though. I've manifested a lot of love into my life, and prior to my husband, it was my dog Louie. It's just a little 10-pound fluffy yappy thing. And he's my best friend. And so prior to being in a relationship, we would go to the park like every day because allegedly it's great for our mental health, but it was also clutch for our Instagram aesthetic. And I let Louis off leash one day because I wanted him to like dictate the angles. And then I tried to get into the shot. And I was like, okay, it's got to be yoga boy so they know. And so I was like getting all down here, and I was like, okay. And then he's down here, and then I get my camera out, and then I go to take the shot, and then like 300 yards away, a little man on a bike goes by, and the dog takes off. He is gone, and I am stoned, so I am slow at catching him. But I'm like, it's fine. Like the kid on the bike, he's like 14. He's gonna outrun this dog. I'm fine. And the kid stops. And he goes to kick the kickstand, and the dog goes for the leg. And I'm like, oh shit. So I do everything I can. I apologize endlessly. I give him $50 in SpongeBob Band-Aids that I just had in my fanny pack. None of this is working. And the next day, animal control comes to the door. I'm like, fuck. I have to go to court. But I'm pretty cocky. So I'm like, I got this. I've been watching a lot of Suits. And I feel that I too will have the Meghan Markle effect on the world. It's gonna be fine. But then I got a $700 fine and a misdemeanor. Something about public health being more important than Instagram. I don't know. A few years later, now happily married, we're all at home. We open the door to leave for dinner. The postman is delivering the mail. The dog runs out the door. I'm like, oh God, not again. Postman has a leg, dog has teeth. You know where this goes. We're like, please, 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 please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone. No one needs to know about this. Please don't tell anyone. We love our dog so much. He's really not an asshole. Please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone. How much money do you want? The guy's like, yo, I work for the government. I'm obviously gonna tell someone. So we spend like 24 hours like preparing to not have a dog anymore. We're so stressed. We're like grieving already. The next day, animal control comes to the door. I open it, and it's a woman I used to serve beer for. And I'm like, oh, it's you. She's like, oh shit, Meg, this your dog? Sure. Yeah, please don't take him away. Please don't take him away. I promise he's a really good boy. Oh, sweetie, you thought we were gonna take your dog away? Uh-huh. Honey, he just bit a postman. Nobody gives a shit about them. Thank you all so much. I'm Megh Saul. Have a great night.